Hey everyone, Shy Seedling here. How's it going? This is my very first Draw With Me video, so anybody who's randomly come across my video, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you continue to watch. The video's kind of long. I'm new to the editing process and all that stuff, so it's gonna be real rough. But this Draw With Me is gonna be pretty unstructured, and I'm just gonna quickly break it up. I'll talk about my process, I'll say some random stuff, I'll speed the video up, you'll listen to some tunes while you watch me draw, I'll slow it down, and we can talk more about my process. And that's what I plan on doing for the duration of the video. So right here we have my character. Her name is Uzmo. She's an OC that I made up back in 2020, I want to say. She's real cute. At the time I was still I was getting back into drawing. I've been drawing my whole life, but I was getting back into drawing, and I really liked the weight that she had. And her body looks pretty good. It looks like it's moving in space, but it's the arms, the anatomy, and everything looks really weird. Right here, what I'm talking about and showing is that I was already outlining it to bring it digital, and then over those lines, they're kind of like choppy and over those lines I'll ink normally and move on, and then I'll do a whole coloring process and all of that stuff. So I will stop speaking for a little bit and let you guys watch a little bit of the rest of the outlining process, and then I'll come back and talk about the way that I ink. Alright, so now we're on to the inking process. I like to do a couple of scribbles to get warmed up, get my wrist warmed up, because I really like doing flowy hair. So it's really satisfying to use the G pen. I ink in all black and then I just color the lines later, but I use G pen in all black on Clip Studio Paint. And I start with the face first, like everybody does. I'm over here drawing the eyes. I'm not really one for drawing the whole eyeball, so no irises, no pupils usually. I do, but in the early days I didn't. I really liked the look of just nothing there. It's not that I didn't know how to draw it, I just liked the way that it looked. So I'm gonna keep in theme with the old drawing by not adding any eyeballs inside of her eyes. So she's actually a OC that I made up. She's a gnome bard. Her skin color's pink, her hair is blonde, golden. She's gorgeous, more like yellow, not blonde. She is a performer. She performs, so she dances, and she also plays the bongos. She was so fun to play. I play D&D with my family. I still do to this day. But she was one of my favorites. I don't remember the campaign too much, but I do remember I had fun playing her. So I'm using my wrist as I'm drawing. I'm making sure that the lines are smooth. I'm really meticulous because G pen is very wispy. I do have to go through and delete the teeny weeny little lines, and they bother me. So you'll see me zoom in real close and unnecessarily erase a bunch of lines that no one would really notice from far away, but it just, my work ethic won't let me let them be. So that mouth, now that I'm looking at it, looks odd. But as the drawing continues, it actually doesn't look that bad. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I don't really know what to talk about for these. I should have made like a script or something, but maybe I can fly by the seat of my pants. So when I first started drawing, I don't know if anyone is like this too, but when I first started drawing in middle school, and my friend, she didn't draw anime style or anything like that, but she did draw like this cartoony style. She was teaching me how to draw eyes, and that's how I like first got into it, which is goofy because I feel like the meme on the internet is, you know, when you're an artist, you're doodling eyes or you're learning how to draw eyes. That's the first thing you learn. Unironically, that was the first thing that I learned. So I used to draw really silly looking cartoons, usually with just one eye and like hair that was supposed to be covering the other eye. But my family told me that it looked like a cyclops, and I totally had no idea what they were talking about. I was like, no, this is totally fine. I don't know what you mean. And I still have a lot of my old drawings from middle school. So one of these other videos I'll do like a sketchbook tour type thing, but a lot of them was just straight cyclops. I was so confident that my art looked good, but it did not. It was not good. But I started learning how to draw eyes, and I did these little cartoon characters, and shortly after that, or around the same time, I started watching anime on Toonami with my family every Saturday. And anime, Bleach in specific, I was like really fond of. I really, really, really liked Rukia, so I would draw her from time to time. I also really, really liked D. Grayman. I watched that with a friend, and we would just doodle and draw, and anime, that kind of style, became something that I really wanted to emulate. So from there on out, I guess, I was drawing in that style. My own characters, I have a lot of OCs that I still draw to this day, and just, you know, like fan art in general. So I don't know. you'll see on the internet, right, that like or maybe when you're even out and about, like at Barnes & Noble or something, you'll see like how to draw anime or how to draw manga style or something like that, and it's like those how-to draw books. I had a bunch of those and I really focused on trying to get them to look as much like people as possible. It was really fun. It was a really good time. You guys should tell me in the comments if you, one, started learning how to draw by drawing eyes, and two, if you ever used any of those anime how-to draw books, or any how-to draw book in general. It doesn't really have to be anime specific, but I know that those were like really popular, and I think they still are. I see them all the time. But yeah, I just think that's funny. I wanted to share. So I will stop yapping, and you guys can continue to watch me kind of carve this hair out. So pretty, so satisfying. I love drawing it. I love coloring it in. Oof, delicious. I don't know if you noticed while you were watching me draw this, but I was avoiding the hands, and that is because, as all artists do, they avoid the hands if they're not a hands person. I am not. Back then, I was not. And what I've been doing lately to try to force myself to learn at a faster pace, because, every once in a while I'll sit down, I'll do some hand studies, and I'll watch people do it, and it makes sense. And then when I sit down and actually draw something, I still get stuck. So I either just do a completely different pose altogether, or I just get bogged down and it's not fun anymore. So what I've been doing lately is using the Clip Studio Paint assets, the materials, and they have ones for poses and ones for like full body that's just like neutral. And I've been using one in particular because the arms are typically up in the way that I need them to be. I think it's like grab by the collar or something. You'll see it a little bit in the corner when I pull it up, but I'm looking at the video now, and I was drawing. You see me stopping here. I was drawing the arm, and I was like, oh, does that even look like an arm? Like, I really can't tell. And I stopped and looked at my own arm, and I was like, oh, that's not, that cave-in is not supposed to be there. So that's what that was. I fixed it, and I thought that was funny. But yeah, the hands, I block them in with a guess. I just don't know where the fingers go in space and like how the palm rotates. It's hard for me to imagine, so I kind of just block out where I think the hands would go, and then I pull out the material, and I use the material to draw over. So I actually did most of the posing, I think, off camera. So you'll see it come on, you'll see me like fiddle with it a little bit, and then the hands will be all done. But I pretty much just posed it, posed the fingers where I wanted to go, and then just trace over it carefully. And then once I'm done tracing over it, I ink over it again, and I do it in the style that I want the hands to look, because the material, it makes the hands kind of like sausagey, and I like them a little bit more like spindly, graceful, but also borderline like old hag. I don't know how else to describe it. So that's the final portion. I usually put nails on and everything, and I can understand where nails go on a finger in space, so that's cool. But that's all I got. That's all I got going for me. So I'll put the music back on, continue to watch me flounder. that's it for this part. Because I am new and I don't know what's going on, I kind of like filmed this on my screen recorder on my tablet, and it ended up being like, I don't know, 54 minutes long, and I'm like, my first video, almost an hour long. That's insane. So I cut it down to about 30, which is still kind of insane, but I'll take it. And I'm going to do this in parts. So the draw with me, this will be part 1, and I think it'll probably be like 2 and 3. because it takes me a long time to draw things, okay? And I don't want you to sit down for a 3-hour draw with me. Because I do like the idea. I would like to do a speed paint, which I can upload a speed paint in this. But I also kind of wanted to like slow it down a bit, talk about my process, talk to you in general so you can get to know me a bit. And, you know, like actually have a proper draw with me, like some music, and you're just kind of like watching me draw if you like that sort of thing. I like watching people draw, or, you know, just watch me draw, you draw, you know, whatever it is. But I wanted it to be decent enough, like a decent enough amount of time for a draw with me. So hopefully the 30 minutes isn't too bad. And you can let me know if you care or not about the rambling. I could probably try to do a script, but either way, it's all new. I'm new. So it'll only get better from here. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you could leave a like, that would be fantabulous. But if you don't like it, that's okay too. Leave a comment if you want. I would love to read it. I'll read them. I'm always looking for feedback, always looking for advice. If you come across this and you're actually experienced in YouTubing and editing and stuff like that, then please help me. You can send me a comment. And subscribe if you want. You'll get to see a lot more of me coming up here within the next few months. So, alright, I'll sign off. This is really awkward. Bye.